Good afternoon, students. Myself, Munshi Rashidul Islam, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, JIS College of Engineering, Kollani, Nadia. Now today is the second class of this subject and this module, and we have discussed the analysis of perfect trusses. So the total system now the system is can contain some outline of the presentation. So some outlines are reaction force within the member, introduction, perfect truss, how to determine the reaction force within the member, example of method of joints and example of method of sections. So now in introduction part, a frame may be defined as a structure made up of several bars riveted or welded together. These are made of the angle irons or the channel section and are called member of the frame or frame structure. Though these members are welded or riveted together at their joints, yet for calculation purpose the joints are assumed to be hinged or pin jointed. The determination of the force in a frame is an important problem in engineering science, which can be solved by the application of the principles of either statics or graphics. So in this chapter we shall be using the principle of statics for determining the forces in frames. Now, the simplest perfect trusses is a triangle which contains three members and the three joints as shown in the figure. So the joints are assumed to be frictionless pin joint and the forces are considered only on the joints. In general, one or more triangular units are constructed and the joint together individually. So this is actually the figure with the triangular section, and triangular joints are also be there, and that joint may be done either in welding or pin joint. So the number of members in a perfect truss, so the number of member in general units are constructed here. So the number of member in a perfect truss may also be expressed by the relation n is equal to 2j minus 3, where n is equal to number of members and j is equal to number of joints. Now reaction force within the member. When the body is acted upon by a force, the internal force which is transmitted through the body is known as stress. The following two types of forces are important from the subject point of view. Number one, tensile stress, and number two, compressive stress. Sometimes in tensile stress, sometimes a body is pulled outward by the two equal and opposite forces and the body tends to extend as shown in the figure. So the stress induced is called tensile stress and the corresponding force is called as the tensile force. Now in opposite sides, sometimes a body is pushed inward by two equal and opposite forces and the body tends to shorten its length as shown in the figure. So the stress induced is called compressive stress and the corresponding force is called the compressive force. So how to determine the reaction force within the member? So some assumptions also be there. So the assumptions for forces in the member of a perfect frame. Number 1, all the numbers are pin jointed. Number 2, the truss is loaded only at the joints. Number 3, the truss is a perfect one. Number 4, the weight of the members is negligible in comparison with the other external forces or the loads acting on the truss. Now mainly there are two methods are there. One is analytical method and the second one is graphical method. Now in analytical method, the method of joints and method of sections, and in graphical methods, the construction of space diagram, construction of vector diagram and the preparation of table can be required. Now how to determine the reaction force within the member? In analytical method, summation of fx is equal to 0, summation of y is equal to 0, summation of z is equal to 0. Similarly, that means the equilibrium conditions also are fulfilled in proper manner. Now similarly, in right hand side, the moment with each and every axis should be 0. Summation of moments in each and every axis should be 0. That means summation of mx is equal to 0, summation of my is equal to 0, summation of z is equal to 0. The method of joints. Now in this method, each and every joint is treated as a free body in equilibrium as shown in the figure. So the unknown forces are then determined by the equilibrium equations. That means summation of v is equal to 0, summation of h is equal to 0, and the sum of all the vertical forces should be equal to 0. So if you see the diagram, that means space diagram, joint 1, joint 2 and joint 3. Now how to determine the reaction force within the member? Method of section. So the analytical process should be same, but the method of section is different, partially different in the different manner. So next point is how to determine the reaction force within the member. So the method of sections. So this method is particularly convenient when the force is a few member of a frame are required to be found out. And now in this regard, or in this method, a section line is passed through the member or members in which the forces are required to be found out as shown in the figure A. Now a part of the structure on any side of the section line is then treated as a free body in equilibrium under the action of external force, and that is shown in the figure B and C. So the unknown forces are then found out by the application of equilibrium or the principle of different sections. That means the summation of mx is equal to 0, summation of my is equal to 0 and summation of mz is equal to 0. Now next point is how to determine the reaction force within the member. Now this is a diagram how to determine the reaction force within the member. So in this related problem, in this type of related problem, first of all we have to find out the space diagram. If you draw the space diagram first, then you can easily find out the total axis, total moment and obviously the total relating force. So in any axis, like in summation of fx, that means summation of all forces acting in x axis, so summation of fx should be 0, and then the summation of fy should be 0 and summation of fz is equal to 0. Now in opposite sides, that within the member we can find out the total moments should be 0. So that means summation of mx is equal to 0, summation of my is equal to 0, and summation of mz is equal to 0. And one simple problem are given here to understood this problem. Now how to determine the reaction force within the member. So one simple problem are given here. The truss ABC as shown in the figure has a span of 5 meter. So lowermost portion value is 5 meter. It is carrying a load of 10 kilonewton. So that 10 kilonewton is at of its apex. Find the force in the member AB, BC and AC. Now from the geometry of the truss, we find out the load of 10 kilonewton which is acting at a distance of 1.2 meter from the left hand support. That means B and 3.75 meter from C, taking moment about B and equating the same. So RC into 5 is equal to 10 into 1.25. So RC is equal to 2.5 kilonewton. Now RB is equal to 10 minus 2.5, that means 7.5 kilonewton value of RB. So how to determine the reaction force within the member? That means method of joints. So first of all, consider the joint B and let the direction of the forces PAB and PBC and PAB, PBC be assumed as the resolving the forces vertically and equating the same. That means PAB sin 60 is equal to 7.5. So PAB is equal to 7.5 by sin 60. That means 8.66 kilonewton in compression. Now resolving the forces horizontally and equating the same. So PBC is equal to PAB cos 60, that is equal to 8.66 into 0.5. That means 4.33 kilonewton in tension. Now consider the joint C into PAC sin 30 is equal to 2.5. So PAC is equal to 2.5 by 0.5, that means 5 kilonewton in compression. Now resolving the forces horizontally and equating the same. That means PBC is equal to PAC cos 30. So that is equal to 4.33 kilonewton in tension. Now how to determine the reaction force within the member? So this is the problem. Taking sections, taking moments of the force acting in the left part of the truss only. So the joint C and equating the same. That means PAB into 5 sin 60 is equal to 7.5 into 5. Now PAB is equal to 7.5 into 5 by 5 sin 60. That means 7.5 by 0.866. That is equal to 8.66 kilonewton in compression. Now taking moment of the forces acting in the left part of the truss only and the joint A and equating the same. So PBC As per the figure described here, PVC into 1.25 tan 60 is equal to 7.5 into 1.25. That means PVC is equal to 7.5 into 1.25 by the 1.25 tan 60. That means 4.33 kilonewton in tension. So we have already discussed the different types of reaction force within the member, without member, and in this member of a different truss problem. And so this is actually the problem. So we have discussed a lot of problem with different angle. So now we have complete the part of statistically indeterminate and determinate structure, frames, and also the cables. So thank you for today's class.